Register today with the code FNTSY for a free $4 entry into a guaranteed winner contest in the sport of your choice. Fantasy Draft, daily fantasy on a level playing field.
Psst. Hey, you, over here. You want to win a DFS? And you want it for just $1? I got Daily Roto here. Now, why do you want it? Two of the guys behind it have won $1 million. It's not just about the writers. Not one, not two, but 3 subscribers have won $1 million too. That's 5 millionaires. 5, count them. And it's not counting the $100,000 winners too. They talk about it in the Slack channel. But why is it $1 right now? Special price for the month of May. Yeah, if you don't like it, then walk away. If you love it and you're winning, keep going. Do I use it? How do you think I afford my massive tracksuit collection? Come on, look at the glitter on this. It's beautiful. You can sort your stats, add your own weights, read articles, distinguish between slates on FanDuel and DraftKings. You gotta go to dailyroto.com and enter code $1. I may just be a creepy guy in a random alley inside your head, but I know what I'm talking about. That's dailyroto.com, code $1. That's it, $1. 1 month, and start winning.
Skix sneakers are taking over tailgates and alumni homes across America. Skix canvas high top, low top, slip-on, and kids tennis style sneakers designed in officially licensed college colors and logos is a must-have for every college fan's wardrobe. Fun, fashionable, and comfortable. Whether you're at the big game or watching the game at home, Skix helps fans perform better. Go to Skix.com and use promo code FNTSY for 15% off your pair now. That's Skix.com. Skix sneakers, the soul of a true fan.
You're listening to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Fantasy Sports Today.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fantasy Sports Today. Alongside Greg Sussman, Matty Moe, and Jake the Beast Seeley. I'm Nando DeFino. And we got a chock full of fun show today. Raise your hand if you're excited to put together a golf lineup. Jake, since you stuck us with Phil Mickelson last time, how excited are you for this?
Unbelievable.
All right. Well, he's shaking his head now.
We're off to a great start with the Beast.
Yeah.
The Beast is yelling somewhere.
Let's just pretend what he was saying is, let's do Phil Mickelson again. Anyway, I don't even know the name of the golf tournament, but we're just going to use Daily Roto again. And I think I've been kind of sort of given permission to give away some of the, the stuff that's behind the paywall.
If not, let's run with it.
The feeling is, yeah, it will attract more people to Daily Roto, I think. It's show, don't tell, That's what the writers say, right, Greggy?
That's what I believe, yes.
Big news. Well, not really big news. I guess Carlos Gomez, the DL, is ish. AJ Pollock out almost 8 weeks, supposedly, with his broken thumb.
So I'm really excited to talk to Dr. A about this tomorrow on the BFS. So some rescheduling.
We'll do some switching, yeah.
So
we got some WNBA action coming.
Potentially. He or she is going to be, Virginia or Dr. A will be on the BFFs tomorrow. But AJ Pollock was an injury I was really excited to talk to him about because as an AJ Pollock guy this year, I looked into it a lot last night. I went down a Google wormhole when I found out what the injury was. And ultimately, when you're not having surgery on the thumb, it's basically just in a splint for a while and it heals naturally. So when they say 4 to 8 weeks for AJ Pollock, it's literally all based on just how quickly the thing heals. Because literally, I'm sorry for saying literally so often, but it's just going to be the thumb's going to be in a splint for, I believe, 4 weeks. And after those 4 weeks, they're going to be like, okay, is it healed enough to resume baseball activities? If it is, great. If it's not, it will be in a splint, but almost a removable one. Right now, he has to have it on like 24/7 in the shower, anywhere at all times. After 4 weeks, they check it, and then they determine if he's good to go, or they need to put him in more of a flexible splint where you can take it off, put it on, and that ultimately will determine how quickly he can come back.
But I did hear, I don't know the exact medical term that
make one up. Go ahead, make one up.
Whatever. Ultra thumb.
All right, yeah.
We'll call it.
That doesn't sound right.
That a piece of the bone.
Celiitis.
The piece of the bone chipped off.
Yes, that is correct, and that is.
But it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be something that heals very well.
Yes, it's not uncommon with this type of injury. From what I saw, the big story was that he didn't need surgery. Usually, when you have surgery, it just takes more time to recover.
Yep.
But now it's literally again in a splint, and it heals naturally. As Matt says, it isn't an injury that 100% fine afterwards. This isn't like one of the more typical, I guess, broken thumbs that could sap some power. It should be fine, and ultimately it could become a pain management thing if it's not healed properly when he immediately comes back. You do want to make sure he's 100% because you can re-injure it if it's not really healed truly. But if you give it the time, it will be fine.
So in his stead, which I thought I was all excited, Christian Walker's back up, and then I forgot about a player. Like I forgot about Steven Souza. So basically, you got Souza and Peralta on the corners, and they're probably going to have Dyson and a little Chris Owings in center field.
I think that's the beneficiary here, is Chris Owings. If he gets the chance, I said in the preseason, if given the at-bats, he could be this year's Chris Taylor.
Yeah.
I still believe that. I like what he does.
So what is it? Like, what are his numbers?
Well, say he played a full season. We'll just strap it we'll
extrapolate it
over a full season. If he had a full season of at-bats.
Let's ultra thumb it out for the whole season. Yeah.
I think it could be something like, what did Taylor do? 18, 19 homers, around, 17 to, stolen bases.
Yeah.
And hit somewhere 270, possibly 280. That's pretty good.
That's for the guy with middle infield and outfield eligibility after 5 days, basically. We started 20 times in the outfield. This is his first center field start today, I believe.
I believe you are correct about that.
No, I'm sorry. Last night. Last night was his first center field.
Oh, right,
start.
sure. Right, of course.
Right. Gerard Dyson, Greggy. I mean, is this the quest for 40 steals from Gerard Dyson? Is that going to happen?
It seems possible. It seems plausible to me. I think this is one of the reasons, in all honesty, they signed Gerard Dyson, because A.J. Pollock has not been able to stay healthy. I look at him and I look at this injury, and kind of like Stanton, you're like, is he injury prone or just really, really unlucky? And something like this, to me, seems unlucky, right? Like, he dove for a ball and broke his thumb on a glove, inside the glove. Like, that seems unlucky to me.
It's that reckless kind of play.
Yes, that's what the detractors say.
Bryce Harper, it's saying like running into walls and stuff.
Bryce
man.
Harper seems fine. Do you think Bryce Harper's injury prone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think people get too hung up on the terminology. Like, I drafted A.J. Pollock again and stuff like that. Got him in the fourth round and stuff. But it was basically priced on the fact that I was pretty conscious at some point this year he was going on the DL. I would have to eat some time with him.
Totally agree.
Injury prone. A lot of people like to use injury prone for soft tissue. Yeah. To me, it really doesn't matter if you're on the DL basically every year.
And this is actually, we were talking about this yesterday, weren't we? I don't remember who it was. We were talking about this exact thing yesterday.
It was A.J. Pollock, I believe.
Actually, it was A.J. Pollock.
I believe it was.
That's funny.
Like Jake was saying, it's not the reason he usually goes on.
Right.
But it doesn't really matter. If Bryce Harper runs into a wall or running down first base sprains his ankle, it does. If you're on the DL every year, you have to factor that in.
I'll also just follow this up.
And it was, though. His ADP reflected that a little bit. I remember people complaining about it.
It was definitely priced in.
So really, along all those lines of what you guys are saying, when I saw the report last night and saw he was going to miss 4 to 8 weeks, even if you take that 8-week mark, which is probably more realistic.
2 months.
All-Star break.
Yeah.
And if you tell me, all right, so basically he misses half of May, all of June, comes back early July, All-Star break, second week of July. As an owner, I'm very okay with that. We know he's going to go on the DL at some point, and I understand that he gets off to the hot start, and you're hoping against hope that won't happen. But as you said, it's built into his ADP. He's going to get hurt. And realistically, with A.J. Pollock, it's not a 10-day DL thing where he's actually on the DL for 10 days. It's a groin, it's a hamstring, it's an elbow, as we've seen in the past, and it's significantly longer. The elbow kept him out all year.
Right.
The groin kept him out for a couple of months. To me, he hurts his thumb. He's out a month and a half. I'm okay with that.
I mean, look, I don't have a choice. It's better than having season-ending surgery.
Better than Terry's ACL, obviously.
All right, but wait, let me ask, if you do have a choice, if you're not the A.J. Pollock owner and you kind of think about it like this, like he still has half a year. I mean, that's like picking up a guy in July who I could probably get at a bit of a discount now because there's probably injury fatigue with the A.J. Pollock owner who's like, I knew this was going to happen, and I did it anyway, and now I got A.J. Pollock, and he's going to be worthless for 2 months maybe.
I have a really good example of this now,
okay.
if you don't mind.
Yes.
So, last May 29th, Mike Trout tore a ligament in his thumb and was out 6 to 8 weeks. You and I immediately said, let's go try to acquire Mike Trout. He'll be 6 to 8 weeks, and if he heals quick, it'll be even sooner than that. And we went out and acquired him. That is literally 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
He came back on the 6-week side of that and was back right after the All-Star break. I think I can look it up in a moment.
Right.
So we went after. We were aggressive on that. Not the same exact injury, but a thumb injury, a torn ligament, and Mike Trout was amazing the entire second half of the season.
It's the idea of it. Like it's forget about the similar inside injuries could help us with that.
Definitely.
We're talking about the idea and the strategy behind it.
Yes.
So here's the question. If you're playing right now, say your outfield's okay, who do you offer up for A.J. Pollock?
I think it's a great question.
I think you go.
Who are you comfortable offering up for A.J.
I think you go after, in a trading league, the guys at the top can afford to go after Pollock. If you're like middle towards the bottom, you can't wait 2 months for this guy to come back. You need somebody that can fill a need for you now. And if you have Pollock and you're middle of the pack, if I can get something good for him, I'm going to do it now.
What
is that? Yes. But hold on. I think we got the Beast. I think the Beast is back. Beast, are you there?
I think so.
Yeah, Jakey. Jakey, what would you offer up for an A.J. Pollock in just say like 15-team mixed league?
Not much at this point. What are you going to get? A month and a half at the end of the season?
No,
he's supposed to come back in middle of July.
Middle of July. All-Star break.
Okay, 2 months. Whoop-de-doo. It's still a hand. We know this is always an issue when players come back when it comes to hitting. You don't know what you're going to get. Some of them come back fine. Some of them come back and have no power. So I'm not offering much at all.
I really disagree. Maybe I'm just blinded by the Mike Trout trade last year.
Yeah.
But he came back as
I do think you have to put Mike Trout and everybody else on.
A.J. Pollock was incredible the first half of this year.
He has been. Look, A.J. Pollock's only thing that's hurt him is the injury.
Yes.
Otherwise, he would have been end of the first, early second round pick if he never got hurt. The guy's got the hits. He's got the hits skill set. He's got pop. He's got speed. It's everything you want. But I mean, Jake's right in a way, and you're right in a way. So you
God.
have
to. Political, Medica.
No, because I'm trying to say is here. It all depends on what your team is, where you are in the standings, what you can go out and do.
Let me give you some names for fun.
Yeah, I was trying to pull it up. It's going a little slow.
Let's do a little bit
you could just be like me in labor and just say, "Ha, the season's already over."
Well, I don't want to do that. I want to play and try to win.
Jake, are you a Pollock owner, or are you laughing at someone else?
No. I'm pretty much guaranteed to go from first to last in labor at this point because this week alone, I just lost Candelario. LeMahieu went back to the DL after being back for a day and a half. Cespedes, Pollock, and somebody else that I can't think of off the top of my head. I now have 9 people in the DL. I can't even field the full team.
That's pretty unlucky.
Stinks.
Yeah.
All right. Would you trade Ryan Braun for A.J. Pollock?
No. Absolutely not.
Ryan Braun's just not in the lineup every day. I wouldn't,
So you would rather have A.J. Pollock or Ryan Braun?
I'd rather have A.J. Pollock and just hold on to that.
You said absolutely not.
I'd rather have Ryan Braun. I think I'm in camp Jake, too.
Jake?
I could go either way. It depends on your situation.
All right, so that's a good one then.
How about this? How about Stephen Piscotty?
Yes, I'll take A.J. Pollock.
You'd rather have Pollock?
A.J. Pollock.
Okay.
Yeah. What about?
I'm gonna root for Piscotty.
No doubt.
That was beautiful.
What about Justin Turner? Came back last night.
I'll go for Justin
Turner 1,000 times.
Okay.
I'll go for the guy that's just coming back.
Okay.
That's batted 320.
But he's got that. He's got a wrist injury. We don't know what
So
power he's
here's
gonna
the
have.
more interesting one.
Okay.
How about Daniel Murphy? Is he going to make it back before A.J. Pollock?
Adam Eaton.
Poor Adam Eaton, man.
That's a really good question.
Adam
Jake.
Eaton might be back in 2 months.
I'm going to go with A.J. Pollock over Daniel Murphy. I know Murphy should beat him back, but that microfracture surgery is terrible, as we see in all sports. I don't want anything to do with that. At least I know this thumb injury, he's going to come back from
At least
this.
Pollock is still bases when he comes back. He's a little bit.
Hold on.
Let's say,
I wasn't here at the beginning of the show. Do you not have your sheets for today? Or are you not that?
No, you know what? So I had to do them on a different computer, so I have them on
because I have
email.
I have a Nando player for you today, and I'm hoping you have him somewhere on the show.
Is it Christian Walker?
No, but his last name starts with a W.
I'll tell you who we're talking about today.
Hopefully Jordan Lyles.
Christian Arroyo.
That was awesome.
Who?
Matt calling Jordan Lyles' game yesterday.
Oh,
Not calling a perfect game.
Oh, we should start that. Props to Matt.
Saying that he's somebody that should be monitored.
I got Yohan Moncada, Yu Darvish, Brock Holt, Starlin Castro, Alcides Escobar, Adalberto Mondesi, Devin Travis. Well, that's all under the context of Robinson Cano, which we'll get to in a little bit. Blake Swihart, Jorge Soler, Tanaka.
Big ups to Hector Gomez, by the way. Speaking of Robinson Cano.
Brandon
None of these guys
Drury,
start with a W.
Mac Williamson, CJ Cron, Miguel Castro, and then we're going to get into some Daily Roto stuff in golf. No, Jake, I don't think...
Oh. This is so a Nando guy, too, because he was a highly rated prospect. He struggled. He got hurt. He's been missing for a couple of years. He's back right to where he was before.
Johnny
Beckham.
Johnny Winters?
No.
Gordon Weckham?
No.
Hold on. Let me keep going. Dallas McPherson.
Potential closer for his team. 13 strikeouts per 9.
Oh, you know what?
Mondo,
No, you know what it is? I'm an AJ Minter guy, and I kind of believe in Arodys Vizcaino. And now I know who you're talking about.
Sure, I got you.
Dan Winkler is back.
He's actually he's
amazing.
Clearly pitched the best out of everybody in that bullpen.
As a reliever, like I have him on a couple. I actually have him on a couple dynasty teams. As a starter, I'm like, you look at his numbers, like okay, but as a reliever, man, he's been something else,
Well,
Jakey.
If you look at Vizcaino and Minter and the amount of walks they allow, I mean, and I know Minter's got a 6.7 like walks per 9. Vizcaino's got to be like right there.
I've got Minter in a league that has it's the daily lineup changes, and so I have like 7 relievers and 5 starters. I use my entire bench as basically starters, and I cycle them in every day they start, and I have the relievers, the high K, low ERA, and low WHIP relievers to keep everything down, who are just going to be in there every day and get 6 or 5 innings a week. Minter's one of them. And I picked Minter relatively early for a middle reliever. And people in the chat room were like, oh, I wanted Minter.
Everybody was.
And he's not striking anybody out this year.
In Vegas, he was a hot name at the NFBC. Everybody was like, he's going to be the guy.
I didn't want him for saves. I just wanted him for good middle relief.
He was supposed to be this awesome strikeout guy as well. And it just hasn't.
Go get Winkler.
So now I'm going to get confused for the rest of the year with Winkler and Winker. Yeah, sure. It's going to be a problem.
This is a Nando special, man. I thought you'd be all over this.
You know what? I do like him, but I don't know. I don't know if he's like Vizcaino's not bad. His ERA is still under 3. I mean, he's blown 2 saves, right?
Yeah, but the team's already starting to throw out a little we're not so sure anymore type of situation. So
it was pretty much in the draft season. After you got past that Brad Hand, like Raciel Iglesias, Brad Hand, maybe Sean Doolittle was like that last guy.
Yeah.
And then, you knew you were playing with fire with Vizcaino. Vizcaino has the skills to do it on paper, and so does Neris. But you knew they were risky propositions. You knew it could go either they lock it down or we could be in this situation.
Jake, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deflate your excitement. I am kind of excited about this.
I thought this was such a Nando guy when I was looking him up yesterday.
Oh, he definitely is. He fits the mold.
He's going to be in my article.
100% fits the mold and 100% on a couple of my teams. I just don't know if I can tell someone to go get him right now because...
Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah, no,
you got to go get him now.
I think, if you don't get him now, you're not getting him.
Yeah. But who are you going to drop for him?
If you have AJ Minter, I drop AJ Minter.
Well, how about this? How about
AJ Pollock?
You would drop AJ Minter for him.
Oh, I dropped AJ Minter weeks ago.
How about Nate Jones?
Yeah, I dropped Joaquin Soria in my super last week, and I dropped him in my main this week. I put the question on Twitter, over or under from May 15th to the All-Star break, 6.5 saves. Majority went under as well.
He hasn't pitched since last Tuesday.
I just don't see him getting, that many saves. Even if he does, he'll get a couple here. It's not worth it for me to have him on my team.
Jake, you know who's a Nando guy? Bruce Rondon. In that whole mix of those two teams and who could close?
God.
Bruce Rondon, former top prospect, throws 100, flamed out.
Sure. Though. He's not.
But he might be in the saves mix.
No, he'll get it. That's the thing. He'll get a save or 2, Soria.
You know who'll be another one if he ever shows back up, like a minor league invite from the Reds, like Joel Zumaya? That would be a Nando, that would be a Nando guy.
Sir Anthony.
Is gonna break his hand again playing was it Guitar Hero?
Oh, David Price got hurt playing Fortnite, so let's not. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna switch gears a little bit and get into fantasy golf. We're gonna pull up Daily Roto. We're gonna put together a golf lineup and hopefully finish better than 18,000th out of 19,000. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hello, friends. If you want to win at fantasy sports, wouldn't you listen to people who have already won at fantasy sports? I'm here to tell you about DailyRoto.com. Don't be intimidated by the DraftKings and FanDuel Sharks, even the fantasy draft sharks. The guys at DailyRoto.com have not only won $1 million amongst one of the writers, but they've created 3 others. That's 4 people who have won millionaire contests from this content alone. Don't be fooled by screenshots talking about $25,000 winners from other places. Go to DailyRoto.com where they have a proven track record of creating millionaires. DailyRoto.com. Tell them Greg Sussman sent you.
It's Carton and Friends.
Everybody get what you saw in the first two games is they don't care if LeBron scores 40.
No.
He's done it in both games. The notion that's so cliche, let him get his, stop everybody else. Other than Kyle Korver, there was nobody had to stop yesterday.
And nobody's doing anything, but that's what happens when you have a good team like the Celtics at home. That's not going to travel on the road to Cleveland.
Depth, confidence, talent. Bing, bang, boom.
Weekdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern on FNTSY Radio and on your popular podcast providers.
Join the family at Modell Sporting Goods. Visit your nearest Modell's and sign up for our MVP Rewards program to receive insider deals all year round. Earn points on every purchase when you use your MVP card to earn Modell's cash back. It's our way of thanking you for being a loyal customer. Upon signing up, receive 10% off your purchase and 15% off your next purchase. It's that simple. Plus, new MVPs this month are eligible to win a $500 Modell's gift card. When you gotta play more and pay less, you gotta go to Moe's.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-292-8137 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-292-8137 for your free author submission kit. Again, that's 800-292-8137.
Welcome back, everybody. Get excited. It's fantasy golf time. This is Greg Sussman. That's Matty Medique over there. Jake Seeley live from Virginia Beach joining us on Skype. For those of you who are new to this and who are just joining us, maybe Jake Seeley is the only one who knows anything about fantasy golf here. I know a little bit, having absorbed all those fantasy golf shows. Greg and Matt. Matt, you used to play. You used to set lineups.
It's been a while.
So basically what we're doing here is we're just basically using our subscription to the Daily Roto fantasy golf tools and building a lineup together as a team. We're also going to hit up the YouTube chat room. By the way, when we come back from the break or when we're done with the golf lineup, we're gonna answer a lot of these questions in the chat room. There are a few in there. There's actually a very good one about AJ Pollock or Malik Smith. So, yeah, we'll get to those. But I do want to start setting a lineup. We're going to use FanDuel because that's the only thing I have money on right now. I got about $70 left in my FanDuel account after last week's debacle with the Masters. With the Players Championship. So this is the Byron Nelson Classic?
Sure.
All right, Byron Nelson Classic. Jake, tell us everything you know about this.
Jake knows something about golf, and Jake knows something about golf when he was prepped before the show that we're going to talk golf. So Jake has nothing for you today.
Oh, come on, Jake. You know, this stuff, golf is in your veins. You bleed green, you said.
No, it's really not. I don't pay that close of it. It's like the NBA. I can talk about the NBA. I can talk about golf. I'm not going to be able to help anybody set their DFS lineup this week without research.
I think Jake just doesn't want us to make him the scapegoat again if we do poorly.
I agree.
If we finish
18,000. No,
18,000.
because the only reason we missed the lineup because you didn't listen to me on my picks. I actually paid attention to the picks last week.
I don't know. You wanted Phil Mickelson, so we put Phil Mickelson in there.
Yeah. So let's mix a lineup together since nobody knows.
All right, I'm pulling up Daily Roto right now. Let's see what we got. Let's start with the best value. I think that's always the best place to start. The best value on Daily Roto right now. By the way, if you go to Daily Roto, enter code $1. There's a $1 free trial for MLB, which is the same kind of idea. These great tables and stuff. Should I turn it? I mean, this costs money. Keep it far away. Don't zoom in. This is what it looks like, and you can sort all your stuff. So that's exactly what we're doing. All right, Jordan Spieth is the best value on FanDuel, according to Daily Roto right now.
Can I say one thing? The one player I don't want is the guy whose wife was beating him up and yelling at his mom, so can we stay off of him?
Maybe he'll be focused. Some of these guys go on the golf course.
It might have been Webb Simpson. I don't want to say it because I have been.
like I know. Sure it is. Don't worry about it. Greggy, are you cool with Jordan Spieth?
Yes, of course.
Jake, are you cool with Jordan Spieth, the most valuable player according to Daily? He's $12,900, so he's not like a great value, but he is the best value here.
All right, that's
all right. We'll take that as a yes from Jake. Jordan Spieth, welcome to the team. We have $47,000 remaining. I don't know how you guys want to attack this now. I mean, I can go by its projected points, scoring points. They got finish points.
Well, how about this? Shouldn't we aim to make the cut this week?
Well, I think two of our 6 made the cut last week. So, if this was baseball, we'd be hitting 333. I consider that a victory. Although we lost $9 doing it. Okay, so here are the next ones in order of value. Hideki Matsuyama, who's still at 11,600. Kevin Na, who's at $9,000. Mark Leishman, who's at 11,200. And Sergio Garcia at 12,400. The next guy with a low price who's still a Daily Roto value is Peter Uline, maybe Uline. There's a guy named Harris English who's a standout value here. And a guy named David Lingmerth, who's only $7,800.
I've always been a Matsuyama guy.
All right, let's put Matsuyama in. Let's spend early. Greg, you got a problem with that?
Don't love it, but it's okay. One team player. Matt chosen. Let's do it.
All right, can we get some help from the YouTube chat too? If we as I find
out of
Hideki
that
Matsuyama.
group, who would you have gone with if not Matsuyama? Is there anybody else?
Greg, go ahead and pick a golfer.
Any golfer?
Any golfer.
All
We'll
right.
put him in there. Bill Haas. It doesn't look like.
Where's Charles Schwartzel at?
Oh yeah, let's see. SCHWA.
Is he in this tournament?
It doesn't look like he's playing.
Not playing this tournament.
If he
all
does spell his name SCHWA.
He does.
All right, there you go.
Where's my man Ian Poulter at?
In 1984, I think. There's no Poulter in here either.
All right,
I'll just go ahead and check Tiger Woods.
Wait,
No.
I don't want Tiger Woods. Where's Shane Ryan at?
Shane Ryan. Oh, we got 3 Ryans in here. Okay, hold on. There's Ryan Blom, there's Ryan Armour, and no Shane Ryan.
No Shane
sorry.
Ryan. All right. Where's Kevin Kisner at?
I don't think you're striking out.
I'm
man.
naming golfers.
Let me just give you my password.
I don't want it. I want to keep doing this game. Is Kevin Kisner in there?
Kevin Kisner's not.
Really?
Yeah.
Kevin Kisner's a good golfer, man.
Let me go to score. Let me sort by scoring points so I can see who the good ones. Total points.
Yeah.
It looks like the guy who they think is going to win this is Jordan Spieth, and he's also a great value at his price.
He's in our lineup.
Then Garcia, Matsuyama, Matt Kuchar, and Mark Leishman.
Matt Kuchar?
Kuchar, Adam Scott, Brandon Grace. Let's do this quickly and get back to baseball.
How much is Leachman?
Leachman is 11,200. We already have 2 high-priced guys. I kind of want to go back to the value charts and just grab who's 8,000? Peter Uline.
I don't like that guy.
All right.
I don't want him.
Yeah, you're right.
I know.
How about Harris English and David Lingmerth? We're gonna have to get some cheap guys in here.
I like that.
Oh,
Harris
what about Jamie Lovemark? Is he playing?
I'm gonna say no because he usually shows up pretty high on these things. This sucks without Jake.
Why?
I like making fun of Jake's selections, even though they're probably pretty good. Yeah.
I guess I could just
Archie Buckman. Sorry about list last week.
They had me muted.
Jakey
Hey, Jake's back. All right. He says Archie Buckman in the YouTube chat saying no one will have Sergio though. So maybe we should want to drop one of our guys and put Sergio in there.
Not really.
Drew was on this morning. He loves Na, and he said Haas is also a good value.
All right, so we're immediately putting Na and Haas into our
like those
lineups,
guys,
and we're done.
Is that we're done?
Well, don't you like? If you don't know anything about golf, how do you know you don't like these guys?
Well, I watch a little golf.
No, we got too many rich guys in here. Sergio Garcia, Hideki Matsuyama, and Jordan Spieth. One of them has to go.
Probably need Na and Haas.
Na and Haas are in there now. Na is at 9,000. Haas is at 9,800, which leaves us with $4,300 to spend for a golfer, which I think the lowest you can get on here is like 7,500. Matty Mo, what do you think? Want to get rid of Garcia?
Yes.
I didn't even know we had Garcia.
Oh,
I put him in there when Jake said
let's
his
get
name.
Vaughn Taylor in there.
Well,
Well, let's go with Na, right?
Yeah, we got Na, we got Haas.
So who do we have? I'm confused.
Greggy wants Vaughn Taylor. We got Jordan Spieth and Hideki Matsuyama.
We
Those are two
we can
expensive
continue
guys.
with like the Na and Haas and go with James Hahn too.
Yeah.
Continue like all the names.
Jake, this is three real dollars that we're playing with here. I'm sorry.
James Hahn is pretty high in their projections. That's where I got the name from. I'm looking at their projections.
Are you talking about Bill?
We can put James Hahn, John Huh. I mean, we could just go.
We gotta get Brent Snedeker in there.
Brant Snedeker is too much. He's too rich for our blood. We only got $8,600 to spend, guys.
Take my guy out. That's close. Brent Snedeker's only 8,900, right?
Who's your guy? Bill Haas?
No.
No, he's not.
Vaughn Taylor?
You're looking at the wrong. You're looking at
DraftKings.
not
Greg, come on, man.
That was on me.
Yeah.
We
How much
know what
do we have
happened
left?
Venture yesterday.
I want to apologize to everyone watching if this is not helpful at all, but I actually think it is.
Harris English is at 83.
All right, Harris English it is. Greg,
That's
why
the
don't you say-
highest that they have underneath the salary.
All right, Harris English 83.
Greg just goes to everybody we pick.
Yeah, it's really strange.
You guys are taking bad golfers.
Greg named a bunch of golfers from the early 90s, and
not
he's
true.
upset that none of them are playing.
From his country club days.
Hey, can we get Jack Nicklaus in here? Jordan
Greg
Spieth.
wants to put a non-salary cap team in. That's what he wants.
No, I don't. I want to put fun guys in, like Aaron Badley.
Can someone get a hold of Colin Drew?
Can I get Aaron Badley in?
Who do you want to get rid of?
Anybody.
Let me tell you who the untouchables
If
are.
you got rid of English, you can get Badley.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, but English is like one of the top values in Daily Roto.
Is he?
Yeah.
think Badley's better.
English is like top 5.
I say we go to
top 10, but
we go to Daily Roto.
Top 8.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
But Aaron Badley's better than Aiden English.
You can come at me on Twitter.
Hey, can one of you guys get Colin Drew?
Yes, I know, Florio. That was the damn joke.
No one gets wrestling jokes here because we
Jake
don't
got
care.
it.
I'm entering this.
By the way, Florio, you had a good tweet last night too. You got that.
I got that joke.
Jordan Spieth, the best DailyRoto.com value. Hideki Matsuyama, who's top 3. Vaughn Taylor, I forget how we got him in there.
I don't want him in there anymore.
Yeah, we can get rid of Von Taylor.
Kevin Na. That sounds like the Phantom of the Opera. Bill Haas and Harris English.
Why was Vaughn Taylor in there in the first place?
Greg said he wanted him. If this is a wrestling thing that we're hearing in our ears,
Honestly, if it is, I don't get it either.
Yeah, I don't.
yeah, all right. Let's just keep rocking. We got Jordan Spieth.
That is not Aiden English's theme song. That's
All right.
incorrect.
This is, please, can we have a wrestling free day?
No.
Jordan Spieth, Hideki Matsuyama, Kevin Na, Bill Haas, Harris English. We got $8,400 left to spend.
Nice
Aaron
catch,
Badley!
Kevin Pillar.
What'd you say?
I said nice catch, Kevin Pillar.
All right. Well, how about David Lingmerth? Since no one seems to care about this
I don't
anymore.
want that guy.
I'm
I
doing
care.
it.
I want Aaron Badley.
Badley's not. I don't even see him on here.
He's in there.
Oh, BADDE. He's too expensive.
How
Sorry.
much do we have left?
Just enough for Lingworth.
I don't want Lingworth.
You said we had 86.
Yeah, 84. Done. I've entered it.
No.
Let's get back to baseball.
No.
We'll talk about this. Talk about this off air.
I want Vaughn Taylor back.
This is terrible.
BDM Deal wants to know Adam Jones or Pollock.
Pollock.
Jones, at least. No, you're getting 2 months.
Yes. Adam Jones isn't good.
Yeah, he's at least giving you numbers.
Adam
Now,
Jones, yeah.
What are we talking about? Now we're talking about 12, 15. What
Oh, this is another wrestling reference. This is the Vaudevillains theme now.
Okay, no more.
Florio has gone off.
Yeah,
has
all
gone
right.
rogue.
Thanks. Like it wasn't bad enough with a terrible golf lineup. Back to baseball. Adam Jones or Pollock?
Pollock for me.
Matty
Yeah,
Mo?
I'm going to stay with Pollock. Hopefully it's 4 to 6 weeks.
And Jakey likes Adam Jones, huh?
Yeah, you're not going to find Adam Jones in the waiver wire.
AJ Pollock's not on the waiver wire either, man. Like,
if you get Mac,
No, but
Mac
you have to
Williamson's
replace Pollock with waiver wire. I'll take the 2 months of Adam Jones, is what I'm saying.
I'd rather listen. I think AJ Pollock. You get him back as we did Trout in July, and I'm sorry for using that reference again. This is a game changer. This is a guy that's probably the number 1 player in the league right now.
Yeah, injury optimism.
Wait, the number 1 player in Major League Baseball?
In fantasy baseball this year, AJ Pollock is close to number 1.
He's got to be one of the top guys.
Maybe so if you rank by like points accrued so far this year, but I don't
Yes.
think you can make an argument that you'd rather have him than Bryce Harper.
No, I'm not making that.
I know
Bryce
he's
is
had the best season
thus
so far.
through May 15th.
To date.
Thank you. AJ Pollock is a top 3-5 player in baseball.
Yeah, he's
Well, you got
Fantasy baseball.
Miles
check
Mikolas
right
is
now. I
number
don't think
1.
he is.
Okay.
Betts is at 48. He's
Yep.
number 1. Machado's at 45. Freeman's at 47.
I don't know that.
I mean, we haven't even got Pollock's at 34. He's behind JD Martinez, Mike Trout, and Betts in the outfield to start. And then he's behind Lindor, Machado, Albies, Freeman, Jose Ramirez. So he's
What are we?
maybe
what
top
player
10.
rankings are we
I
using?
have no idea.
I don't know either.
No,
Let's move
it's
on
not
to another
play- it's-
question.
It's not player rankings. It's actual dollar value calculation to this point.
Farrell Rhymes wants to know Malik Smith or Pollock. That's not a
So-
bad one, huh?
so I
I'd
think-
rather have Pollock.
So I think this one depends on what you need, right? If you need steals and that's what you're really losing, of course, from AJ Pollock, then I keep Malik Smith.
I want to say Smith, but I'm going to stay with Pollock.
That's fine.
Pollock steal bases once again.
Absolutely.
Jake, what's Mitch Haniger's trade value? That's from Cale Holloman.
I don't know. It depends on your league. Every league's there. I don't know what's trade
All right, what
value.
if I offered you Jose Barrios for Mitch Haniger? No, that's not enough. Jose Barrios and Kyle Seager for Mitch Haniger. Would you give me Mitch Haniger?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Barrios has been iffy. I don't think people are as high on him.
He's been iffy, but
I'm not that high on him anyway.
I think Barrios also.
I would take Barrios and Kyle Seager.
Absolutely. I think
Well,
Barrios.
that was my
Maybe
point.
that's too much. Maybe that's too much.
Yeah, I mean, I
No,
like
no.
Haniger.
That was my point. Is I don't like Barrios that much, and I would take that trade.
It's Barrios, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Barrios.
Jake, of all people,
Barrios.
of all people, Jake.
You got to roll the
You
O.
just said Barrios. I was just following the leader's example.
I said Barrios, actually.
You did.
All right, that's a bad one. Then Mitch Haniger for AJ Pollock and
Now, I would
and Masahiro Tanaka.
No, that's way too much.
Is it?
I'll take
Yes.
that.
I mean, if
I'll take
somebody
Tanaka,
offered me
so.
Mitch Heineken straight up right now, I'm doing it.
Is it? Are we? I'm
What?
sorry.
AJ Pollock.
He also threw Tanaka in there.
Well, I don't think. My point is, you don't have to throw Tanaka in there. I don't think.
How come we're not all in love with Mitch Haniger? This
I am. You're giving me Pollock and Tanaka.
I'm taking
Pollock's hurt until July.
Tanaka's not.
And Tanaka's got a 4-something ERA. But I did want to get into Tanaka in the show.
I'll take Pollock and Tanaka.
His Tanaka, his K per 9 is down, and his ERA is high, but his whip is still really nice. He's not giving up a lot of
But I
base
will
runners.
say this: I know Jake's not a Tanaka guy. The second half of last year, he had elite skill.
Yes.
Post also break, he was elite except for his ERA. But it's becoming it's you can't keep pitching like this. You can't keep having a 4-something ERA.
Lala 32 wants to know Kyle Seager or Christian Villanueva. Jake, I'll go to you first for that one.
Seager.
You have to laugh?
Yeah, I did have to laugh.
Sorry, apologies,
What is-
Lala 32. Jake, this is just Jake. This is just Jake.
What has
Jake.
Villanueva had done since those 2.5 weeks?
Yeah, he's got like 9 homers and 40 at bats against like left-handing, and he's batting like a 130 against. It's not a good split. Yes, that's why he added 9. He had 8 before.
He homered yesterday.
That's why he has 9.
All right, how about Mitch Haniger for Jorge Soler and Winkler?
Haniger.
Yeah, I want Haniger.
Oh, look, you guys seem like you're poo-pooing Haniger. In my mind, Haniger to me is
Nice shot. I was
someone you hold on to very tightly.
Greg and Matt know.
Yeah, but an injured guy who Jake at least has been hating on for most of the show.
Yes.
And saying he's waiver wire fodder. And Masahiro Tanaka, who you're not even a Tanaka fan. Why is it funny?
Because I didn't say that Pollock was waiver wire fodder.
Yeah, but you said something like that.
I said replacing him, you're going to have to go to the waiver wire, and that's why I would take Adam Jones, because at least I get Adam Jones and his, 6 or 7 home runs and 20 and 20 and runs in RBI. It's not great, but it's production. I'm not going to the waiver wire and going to get somebody off the waiver wire unless you play in a shallow league.
I have to find this perfect Mitch Haniger trade. I will get to it at some point. No, there's no Yankees who can really match up. Haniger or Gary Sanchez?
I'd rather have Gary Sanchez. I'll bet on the rest of the season with him.
Yeah, that's a bad one. I'm sorry. I'm so
no,
sorry,
it's not.
guys.
I'd take Haniger.
All right, Jakey. Really?
But I like Haniger.
Yeah.
I don't like him that
All
much.
right. All right. I'm going to get to this because I feel like we're not giving Haniger the due that he deserves.
Yeah,
Well, I think the only due was, can he stay healthy? The problem's been he's only had a couple hundred at bats or plate appearances the last couple of seasons.
True.
It's kind of like an AJ Pollock thing where he's not as good as AJ Pollock.
Hey, by the way, we can take phone calls here, too, if you're sick of the YouTube chat room. I want to say it's 844-843-6879. Toot, toot.
Still got it.
So feel free to call in. It's toll-free. We'd be glad to answer your questions. Plus, you get some airtime.
Who says it's toll-free these days?
I don't know. It's just like...
Why don't you dial 1-800-COLLECT?
It's not long distance. Just in case.
You kind of have to specify
Just in
when you
case
got
you're
weird,
using
like,
Sprint from
844
2003.
you
Call
have to
before 7 p.m. and it doesn't count against your minutes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, here's something I wanted to get into. Switching subjects again, but staying in baseball. Robinson Cano, obviously suspended, injured. They're talking mid-August. First of all,
August 14th is the date, I believe.
Robinson Cano trade value. Is there any? Because here's the thing. I looked up on my sites to see if he was on the DL or if he had the S for suspended.
Yep.
And I think he's DL in a couple of them. CBS hasn't.
He should be DL everywhere.
But I mean, technically, for MLB purposes, he can do both at the same time.
Yep.
So can't the Mariners just put him on the 60-day DL?
Yep.
Yeah.
But does the suspension make him count against the roster?
No, so this kind of suspension does not make you count against the roster. So whether he was healthy or not, they would not have to play with 24 men. Those suspensions are in regards to like on-field suspensions.
Right.
Bumping an umpire, getting into a fight, something like that. That counts against your roster. The PED suspensions do not.
Interesting. All right, we're going to come back with Robinson Cano trade value, what this means for D. Gordon, and a lot more. Stay tuned.
Yanny.
What if I were to tell you that there was a professional football league where you, the fan, got to draft a team and call the plays? Is that something you might be interested in? The Fan Control Football League is bringing managerial control to the fans. Visit fcfl.io to learn more.
Thanks. I think someone has a crush on you.
Okay, who?
Let's make a game of it. One of these is a lie. He's 6'4". He collects stuffed exotic birds. He spends his free time trying to save lives.
Are you talking about Kevin?
Yeah! He's a registered bone marrow donor. Last week he got a call. He might be a match.
He's so cute. Oh, he is.
You could be a life-saving match for a patient with blood cancer. Learn more at dkms.org.
What do you think about the fit of potentially Dez in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field?
I think it is a good fit, but I think he's maybe overselling himself financially because the performance just doesn't match what the price tag is anymore.
Half the league is a good fit for Dez. He's still somebody's great number 2. So whether it's the money and does he want to swallow being a number 2, I think you'd find a lot better scenarios out there.
Weekdays, 7 a.m. Eastern on FNTSY Radio and on your popular podcast providers.
This is PBA President Pat Lynch. Allow me to tell you what life is like for our cop families. Every day our husbands and wives, mothers and fathers, daughters and sons are hoping and praying. They're hoping there's no knock at the door, praying they never hear those terrible words. You need to get to the hospital. We have a car waiting. In May 1971, the families of police officers Waverly Jones and Joseph Piagentini heard those words. They heard that Waverly and Joe were never coming home because a gang of terrorists assassinated them in cold blood. Nothing would bring our heroes back, but at least these families knew the killers were behind bars for life. Until now. The New York State Parole Board has already released cop killer Herman Bell. His accomplice, Anthony Bottom, is up for parole next month. Help us fight for these families who have sacrificed so much for us. Visit nycpba.org and click on Keep Cop Killers in Jail. Tell the Parole Board that cop killers should never walk our neighborhood streets again. That's nycpba.org.
Oh, Shusman, what happened to Zac Efron?
Go ahead. Finish your question. You're asking about Zac Efron.
I don't think he's asking about Zac Efron.
What happened to Zac Efron? Now he's got pushed back. When is he starting again?
I don't know. I've since dropped him.
Have you?
I've dropped him. I think that Andrew Heaney, so it works out okay.
Oh, that's actually, I would definitely go that
Yeah,
route.
that's good.
But once
Jake,
again, I apologize for shaming you on air.
That's all I can ask for.
Jake's engaging Lala32 in the YouTube chat because he thinks it's a woman. Let's continue. Where we left off with Robinson Cano. So assuming that he stays on the DL, right? Assuming that, this is the big assumption. He's not going to cost you a roster spot if you trade for him right now. You get half of August and all of September of him. That's still a guy coming back from a broken hand.
Well, when you say he's not going to cost you a roster spot, yes, but you're going to have to trade somebody off your roster to do it and replace him with somebody off the waiver wire.
True. All right, let's just start with the easy one. If someone drops Robinson Cano out of frustration, do you pick him up?
Yes.
If you have a DL spot.
Do you drop?
Wait, can I follow up?
Yeah,
what?
go ahead.
Would you trade? Who would you want, AJ Pollock or Robinson Cano?
AJ Pollock. No.
I'd want AJ Pollock.
I have him in my 15-team auction. And I thought I had this great middle infield combination between him and DJ LeMahieu for like $22 total. Not so much anymore. But I'm dropping him. He's not coming back to what, August 14th? If you don't have a DL spot, I don't know how you.
That's assuming there's no complication with the injury too.
Well, he's gonna have plenty of time.
Well, I know I have plenty of time, but still, weird things happen with hands.
80 games is...
Unless you're Uli Gurriel.
Jake, if you're still with us, would you rather have Cano or AJ Pollock?
Pollock.
He would rather have Pollock. So everyone would rather have Pollock. Okay.
I don't think there's anything you can offer someone in your league for Cano that they will consider fair because it costs them nothing just to drop him on the DL. If he was suspended, I think it would be a totally different story.
What if you don't have a DL spot? Matt doesn't play the DL spots in a lot of leagues.
He's gone.
He's got to be.
It's May 15th. You can't wait till August 14th.
Right. Because by the time then, your season's probably over.
Yeah.
Right.
What is he going to do in those last 6 weeks?
Right.
He could go on. He could be like a very focused tear.
But I think that's going to be a tough place for him mentally. He kind of let the whole team down. There's got to be some shame going on.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe not. Or maybe he's like, look, I didn't do anything. I was a gentleman and I accepted the suspension.
Maybe he's calling up Jorge Posada saying, let's go out partying.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like the old days.
Maybe he's just going to lift and come back just, more beastly than the beast. So, all right, let's take the flip side of this. D. Gordon taking grounders at second base. Assuming D. Gordon's going to be the second baseman starting in a week or so, there's no one. Gordon Beckham, I don't think, is going to be the starting second baseman for a team that fancies himself in contention. Jake, D. Gordon's value, does that go sky high now? because he's going to have that second base eligibility.
Well, he's had it.
Oh, that's true. He does have it. Yeah, he had
It's
it.
next year that it'll come into effect.
All right, let me reframe that in keeper leagues.
Well, he'll keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'll keep it. And assuming they'll put him back in center field next year.
Do they have 5 years left on that Robinson Cano deal?
Is it 5
Maybe.
years? Oh, my God.
But look, a lot of players, when we see them go back to their natural positions, start hammering the ball. Or when you give them their one spot, they're relaxed again. D. Gordon is no longer going to have to learn center field or worry about playing center field or worry about how to break for balls or where to shift.
I don't have him, but hasn't he played well this season? Does he have a...
D. Gordon? I think as well. I mean, he's not like 333 D. Gordon, but I think he's been. You know what? I don't have him either, so I don't know his numbers. I just know he's been doing okay when I
have like a segment of Nando's nuances.
Is that a nuance?
Well, yeah,
it's a proven fact.
He's not going to move back to second base and start hitting more.
I was totally wrong. He's 327 D. Gordon. Holy crap!
I thought he was doing pretty good.
I thought he was like 280. Yeah, and 50, he leads the majors with 15 steals. Yeah, I'd say he's doing okay this year.
No, he doesn't lead the majors. If he's only got 15 steals, he doesn't lead the
He leads the American League. Sorry.
Andrew Ciarte leads the majors.
Italics is
who's nobody's paying attention to, by the way.
He's got 17 homers and four homers and 17 stolen bases.
He has more yet. He's still one or two last night.
Yeah, Ciarte's got 8. Yeah, because I had him in the pickup for our show.
Homered.
He's really good. He bats 9th, which is crazy.
All right, so forget about D. Gordon then, right?
Let's move on.
I just thought it was interesting. You get all, Cano's out. Who's going to get? And you see Gordon back, be like, no, there's probably someone in the minor leagues. And you look in the minor leagues, like, not really. So I started going through every team. This is what I did, wasting my time earlier. I'm like, well, Brock Holt. At some point, Dustin Pedroia is going to come back.
Dustin Pedroia should be back in like a week, 10 days the most. Right?
Well, so I got Brock Holt in my head because I was reading that Blake Swihart, his agent demanded a trade. And it's really unfair what they're doing to him.
How come I didn't get Jake? How come I didn't get a celebration for a Cesar Hernandez homer? That was important to me.
Because I don't care if it's important to you.
Well, I don't care about Kevin Pillar's catch in the center field.
Well, what about Nick Pivetta right now? 5 1/3, 1 run, 8 strikeouts.
Absolutely.
You guys totally destroyed. I was in the middle of a really deep thought.
I know. I don't even know what we're even talking about this for.
Because you give me updates on Kevin Pillar catching baseballs. I care about the home runs.
I'm watching one game. I don't have 17 televisions to watch all these games on.
You should be staring at your webcam and talking to us.
I am.
You're watching Kevin Pillar make basket catches. Well, how do you think
I'm sorry, I can multitask.
I don't know if you can if you're saying in the middle of a show that's on nationwide, internationally, in Canada and the United States.
Oh, yeah, because when I brought it up,
Kevin
at least
Pillar.
you weren't in the middle of a thought like Greg just did.
That's all. Yeah, all right. Maddie, which one's worse?
I think Jake's was more egregious.
Look, before all right, so let me pause my thought on Blake Swihart and Brock Holt being a Mariner. Greggy,
yeah,
let's play the clip. Greggy's got a soundboard, and so yesterday I know everyone's talking about it, so I don't want to be annoying about it. I just want to know in this little room
What everybody thinks.
with the four of us here.
All right, turn the board up, Bavona or Florio, please.
Could be Chris Cannon too.
No, Cannon's have a lunch.
Could be Mikey Jr.
Probably not. He's doing the video side.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Thank you, Florio.
All right.
I need you to turn on.
When did Florio become Mikey Jr.?
Turn on Carton's board.
No, there's an actual Mikey Jr.
Actually,
Cardano's
Mikey
kid is
Jr.
interning with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, here we go. I'm going to play this clip. You don't know what you hear. Wow, this is wild.
It's echoing.
This is wild because last night I heard the other thing.
Really?
And now I only hear one thing right now.
Because maybe it's because the echo's messing it up.
I bet you it is. I got to turn down the echo. This is crazy.
Do you know how to turn
I have no idea
down?
what's going on.
All right, Jake.
Was Laurel? All right, was that Laurel?
So that's the thing. There's a sound clip that's divided everybody.
I already tweeted about this for an hour this morning. This is old news. Come on.
Jake, what's old news? We're asking. Yeah.
The Yanni versus Laurel thing.
Yeah.
It has to do with your use. Whatever you're using is going to have a different pitch. Not all devices perform exactly the same.
That's a lie.
Depending
That's
on
wrong.
your age, and then depending on your age of what you can discern with your ears, because certain pitches go differently throughout your life. It's just a science thing. That's why you can hear. You can actually, if you're the right type of person, you can do what I did. You can actually hear both. You can force yourself to hear both of them.
Of course, and Jake, of course, can hear both. The beast has 7 sets of ears. It can hear a pin drop from Delmarva.
Or just like half the people who responded on Twitter.
What do you hear,
That's
Maddie?
Now I'm hearing Laurel.
All right.
The last before.
That's all I hear is Laurel.
I heard it twice. I did hear
Because
differently.
the device is different.
No, my wife and I listened on the same laptop last night. She heard Yanni and I heard Laurel.
Same. It's two. I just told you. It's science. I told you it's two different factors. It's your device and it's your hearing ability.
We were born on the same day and had the same exact hearing.
All right, honestly, Jake.
You have the exact same body?
So I swear,
Yes.
I will swear to you, last night
She's a lucky lady.
Last night, I listened to the same exact website, the same exact thing. I listened on my phone, admittedly, not my computer. On my phone, I heard Yanni. On my computer, I hear Laurel.
It's pretty impressive,
it's
right?
two different devices.
Jake, what did you hear?
Can I have your cell phone?
Yeah. Why?
I want to be able to hear. I want to go to the site.
Go ahead. It's unlocked.
I can hear both. I can actually hear a mix of it, like where it'll even sound like Jarl to me.
Jake is Dr. Manhattan. He sees the past and the future and the present all at the same time.
There's a lot of
And
people
he's
that
naked
tweeted the
and
same
blue.
thing, is that they hear both. I have some people who actually said, like Greg did, so it's like last night I was saying it was crazy for you to hear Yanni, and now that's all I hear today. So
Jake, people lie on Twitter all the time.
yeah, that's all of them. They're all giving me
sound on?
100% lies.
In the YouTube chat room, Ryan McGarry says that he's hearing Neris.
Now I'm hearing Laurel on this phone too. What is going on?
When you first turned it on, I heard Laurel, and then when you changed it, I heard Yanni, and then when you
Really?
did something again, it went back to Laurel.
This is crazy.
I can't go back to Yanni.
Matt can hear both.
I'm with
I
Jake.
can't go back to Yanni now.
I think it's just a manipulation kind of thing.
I want to be able to sit in a room where someone's just like it's saying Yanni over and over, and I'm hearing Laurel.
Listen to Matty Mo kissing up to
It's
Jake
like
now. Too.
it's like
No, I
spinning
saw it
wheels.
the other way.
Yeah, it's like spinning spokes and wheels and stuff, like where you can see it rotate to one direction, but if you focus your eyes a certain way, it looks like it's going backwards. It's the same thing. If you just force yourself to hear one or the other, you can actually hear one or the other.
Let's just keep playing this for the rest of the show, Craig.
I want to be like Oliver Isaac in Ex Machina and just start creating AI and just have my own compound
of women.
I just want to kill
better.
Kudos to this guy because
So
he
here we
won.
are
He
in
got
my-
his whole is the dress blue or yellow or whatever thing, and that's what it's just this year's version of it.
Okay, let's stop and get back to baseball. Actually, we got to say goodbye to everybody. Digital video. Matty Mo, you take it away today, man. Say goodbye to everyone on
Well,
digital.
we are going to be signing off YouTube, Twitch. Are we still on Twitch? If we're on that,
We're off Twitch this
All
week for an
digital
experiment.
properties.
Yeah.
Are all our digital properties, but we're going to stay here on the radio for you good folks, all around North America
And the TV.
and TV.
Yeah. Shout out Shawnee Reed. You want to shout him out?
Shawnee Reed.
Yeah.
Good tweet, Shawnee Reed.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us digitally. Stick around if you want to hear the rest of the show. I'm sure you're dying for the last 5 minutes. Fantasy Sports Radio. FNTSY.com/radio. Jakey, how's On Target going? What's the latest with that?
It's been on